Hi everyone, I just made this video so that way I could help you navigate to Sway and to be able to create some really dynamic presentations beyond PowerPoint that's available to you in the Office suite of products or Office 365 online. So students and whomever, my viewers, if you could please just navigate at the very top anywhere on the internet, you can go to office.com and you're going to go ahead and click sign in. And when you do that, it's just going to ask you to sign in with whatever account that you have. If you own a Microsoft account, you can sign in with that here. Students, here that would be your student ID turned into an email address with the county extension. And so ask your teacher for that information and then go ahead and click next. When it asks for your password for the students here, that would be their 8-digit date of birth, but enter your information and click sign in. And say don't stay signed in because most of you are not using a personal device. So this is our Office 365 platform, or sometimes called the dashboard. And you're going to see all of your Office 365 products here in front of you, and you can navigate into them individually. However, as students, I would recommend that you first go into the OneDrive, so that way you could go ahead and designate which file location you want your different products to appear in so that you can find them later. Outlook is going to be your individual email address, which again, from the county, you can only send to and from teachers. And then here in your Sway, this is where we're going to navigate to today. Now, your Sways, which are these presentations, for some reason, they will never show up in your Office 365 OneDrive, which is your cloud storage location. They are located in the cloud, but they don't show up in this menu. So anytime you're creating a Sway or that you need to go back and edit a Sway, you're going to go directly to this icon. So we're going to click there. And it's going to navigate in, and we have a few options. We can start a new blank Sway, or we can start from a document where we've maybe taken notes from research we've already done, or written a poem or something that we want to include in our presentation. At the bottom, you'll also see other links for the other Sways that maybe you've already created. And so this is where you would navigate to if you wanted to go ahead and click on that to reopen the Sway. Okay. Now you'll see here, these are some basic templates. And then here, there are also some options for more templates so that you don't have to start from scratch. But there's so many options that you might want to start from scratch so you can be as creative as you'd like. So we're going to click New Blank Sway. It's very easy to use. There are two main parts of every Sway. There is a storyline. This is where we're going to include our pieces of content, whether they're pictures or videos or titles or subtitles or animations or videos or even links to other websites or games that we can insert. And then there's the design mode. The design mode allows us to see what our Sway is going to look like for our audience once we begin to play it. So you can quickly navigate back and forth, but there's nothing to see right now in the design mode since we don't have any content. So we're going to go ahead and title your Sway, click in the box, and how to Sway. Now, on the left, I can put a background if I would like. That's going to be behind my text, but in no way can I add a photo here and it will be next to my title. So just make sure that you know a background goes behind text. If I want to add a photo next to it, I would click right here to this plus button, and then it asks me, what do I want to add? So if I want to add an image, I would click here. And automatically on the right, you'll see Microsoft is super smart, and it wants to go ahead and search for different items for me. It suggests some things that I might want to look for, but up here where it says search sources, I can just type my object that I'm looking for. And it's going to give me some basic images. So I think I'll just use this logo. You can see I've chosen it. There's a little check mark in the corner. Up here, it says selection 1. So I know I've chosen just one item, and I can click add. Now you'll see it over here on my storyline. And again, now I have two pieces in my storyline, a title card and my image. And on the right-hand side, every time I add an image, I get to choose how big it is. This is the small setting, medium setting, and large setting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the top and click Design so you can see what it looks like. So right now, how to sway, and then sway is here. So there are some different ways that we can change that. In order to change anything, you have to go back to your storyline. So I'm clicking on storyline, and then I can change it. So first, let's make my picture bigger by clicking the middle. And let's just see what that's done to my design. Wow, I think that's too big. So I'm going to go back and change it back to small. Okay, now it's time to add some text. So I can click the plus, and again, we're going to continue to add pieces and pieces and more pieces. You can choose text, media, groups. You can see here in the media, I can add images, I can actually add video, I can just record my voice describing how to do something. I can embed another website, or I can upload a video or something from my computer itself. And then grouping is something else. So I'm going to go ahead and add text, and I'm going to add just regular text. And I can go ahead and let's add a video. So if I click that, and this time I click media, and I'm going to add a video. Make sure you spell your words right, or you won't find what you're looking for. Okay, here is a video on how to create a Microsoft Sway. I can click this and click add. And it's going to be right here. Now again, small, medium, large on the right-hand side. I can decide how I want that to look. Let's say medium because it's a whole video. And let's go to the top and click design and see what that looks like. Wow, so I have how to sway. Here is my image, the logo. Here's my text. I can put as much as I need to and add separate pieces and separate paragraphs. And then here's my video. And I can actually just play my video right here. Right in the middle of my sway.
Okay, Microsoft Sway is a presentation software, and you get there by going to sway.office.com.
We can do that too. Okay, I'm going to stop that. And again, we're going to add more or change our style. So this time on the right-hand side, do you see the styles button up in the corner? If I click that, I have the option to change what it's going to look like. Now, first, my information is up and down. So I can decide if I want it to go up and down, that would be vertical, or I can make it go side by side. Watch, I'll click horizontal, and automatically it has changed what my presentation looks like. Now, if I click this last one, slides, it shows one piece at a time. So how to sway, then I'd have to click this right button. There's the image, there's my text, and there's my video. I don't really love that. I really like it up and down, so I think I'll go back to vertical. Now, right now, my presentation style has these features, this font, this text, and I can customize it if I want to, but instead, I think that I would like to look at these different options down here. So these are some different features. Of course, we don't have this mountain background, but it's asking for these different styles. And we could simply click any of them. It will entirely change the way our sway looks on the left. Very dark. Kind of like this one with the geometric shapes in the back. And this one's kind of a favorite, but not very masculine. And let's try this one with the birds. So you can see that immediately it changes right before your eyes. Now, if you say, oh, I really like the last one, here on the right, we have the back arrow to undo and to go back to the one that you preferred. Okay, now better yet, we go back to the top. We can now click this customize button, and instead of having this same feature with maybe green letters or with this font, we can change it just a little. So click customize. So I can choose another color. So by doing that, I'm going to go right here to the color palette, and you can see this arrow on the side. I have more choices of colors. Keep clicking till you find one you like. I'll go with the purple. And it doesn't look like it's made many changes here, but it probably will when I add more text. Now, if you go down a little further, you have your font right here. You can click on it and open it up to change the style. Maybe let's see what this does. Okay, gives it a different look. And then the animation emphasis. Once we put more stuff in our sway, it will move as our viewers are scrolling through and looking at it. So I really prefer it to be intense. Now, some people don't like that feature. I think it's pretty cool because our sway is able to sway. It's allowed to move instead of being static and rigid like a standard PowerPoint. And then we can change the size of our text. So this is normal. Let's see what happens when I go larger. See, it just automatically changes my title. And I like it like that, definitely. So let's see. So it really looks, it's coming together very nice and really looks pretty professional. Now, there's also this really cool button right here that says Remix. Now, Remix is kind of like a random generator. We never know what we're going to get. It says, let Sway change the design and layout for you. So I can click Remix. Don't know about that. Click Remix. This one's even going sideways, so it might change a number of features. Click Remix. Click Remix. And you know what? I really like what I came up with better. So do you know what I'm going to do? Undo, undo, undo. And undo until I get the way that I designed it in the first place, which is super cool. So I'm going to go back to my storyline. And again, here are my cards, and the cards are the pieces of the storyline. And if you decide once you have gotten all of your content in here, you're writing for a project, you could click plus and put more text. Make sure you write what you want to say in each box. Make sure that you're meeting all the requirements of your project. And then click. You may be asked to go ahead and add maybe a link to another game. Let's see. Or let's use the text feature for that. So we can use a heading. So let's go ahead and add some information or other resources about Microsoft Sway. So I'm going to say Microsoft tutorials. And then I'm going to go to another tab. And here is some really good information about Sway. So I'm going to click in the address bar at the very top. If I click one time, it turns blue. So now I can use the shortcut Control and C to copy that link. I'm going to go back to my Sway. And now I'm going to highlight this text and then click this link button. It's going to ask me what does it want to link to, and I'm going to use Control and V to paste my link and click OK. So now I have this link available for my viewers in my presentation itself. We're going to do one more thing. I would like to show you how we can add and embed a video right into our Sway. So I'm going to click here, Insert Content. We're going to go back to Media, and we're going to click Embed. And it asks for the embed code. Now, this may be hard to find, so don't feel like you need to do that, especially since here are all the videos that you can use anyway that Microsoft is finding for you. But if you find a location of some resource or a game that you might want to use, you can add it here. So let's go to another tab. So I'm just going to navigate back to YouTube so I can show you what an embed code looks like easily. So if I go to this video, underneath your video, there is a share button. And when you click that, you're going to see there are these symbols that say embed. And when I click it, all of this crazy writing right here, this is code. And you're going to click it one time so that it's blue. Do you remember the copy shortcut? Control and C, or you can click copy. And then you just navigate back to the Sway tab at the top. And then right here, click. And the shortcut for paste, Control and V. And then click to the side. And there is my video. Let's see what it looks like. Go back to design at the top. Here is how to sway. Microsoft Sway, our video we put in. More text. This is our link. So if I click it, you can see it takes my viewers right to that site. And go back. And then right under here is this other video that we embedded. Do you see anything wrong with it? Do you like where it's placed? Okay, so we can do a few things. I'm going to go back to the storyline and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger simply by clicking this button. I can go back to design. That definitely looks better even though it's not showing up at the moment. And I would like to show you one more thing. Now, one of the things that I really do like about Microsoft Sway is that you can add a number of items all related to each other, and this is called a group. So I'm going to click Insert Content, and I'm going to click Image. And let's just look for Microsoft, because I don't know how many pictures of Sway we might find. So lots of things for Microsoft. I'm going to go ahead and click a number of them here and here, here. Okay, do you know how many I've chosen? If you're not sure, you can always look at the top. I've chosen 6 items. I don't want to clear it. I want to add them. So they're all right here in my timeline. And if you look closely, there is a little check right here in all of them. And that's because it wants to group them. If your items, once you've pulled them in, are not checked, like this, it's very simple. Once you've pulled them all in, if you pulled them all separately, just check them like this. And then you can say group. Now, when you choose to group them, there's different types of groups. Automatically, they're going to be placed in a grid, or you can put them in a stack, or here side by side, or they can do a little slideshow where you have to click the arrow and go from one to another. In this one, it's a slideshow where you have to click the arrow and go from one to another, but you can see little thumbnails at the bottom. And lastly, this is a 1.5 picture slideshow. So you'll see the main image and a little bit of the next one, but you still have to click the arrow to go back and forth. So let me show you the difference real quick. We're on automatic. So I click design to see what that looks like. And here under my video, I have these random 6 pictures. So not bad, that looks pretty good. Nice little collage, but I can go back to storyline and so I can always change. And right here where it says group type, you'll see it's on a big gray bar. I can click that, and now I can click stack. This is one of my favorite. Click design to see what it looks like. Oh, here it is. There's a stack. It's like a stack of cards or a stack of photos. And if I click it, it will change. Pretty cool, huh? All right, I'm going to go back to storyline because it's kind of out of place here, just tucked in the corner. So I'm going to click storyline. And I'm going to make it bigger. Let's see what it looks like now. It's a little better. Let's see what it looks like in the biggest size. Oh, super cool. Much better. Now, you know what? It's kind of silly, but I wish this logo were first. So when I go to my storyline, what I can do with any of these pieces in my presentation, if I decide later I want to rearrange them, all I have to do is hover over the top till I get these crosshairs, this big X, and I can drag them like that. And I want to stay within this group, within this gray box. And I put it there. Here it says group stack. And now this will be the first image in my design. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go back to storyline. Everything's in here. I can continue to add more and more pieces. I can click play to see what it's going to look like for my viewer. Did you see how that moved? That's that animation I was telling you about. You can see these things pop up. That's that animation. I love that feature. So when you're ready, in the top right-hand corner, you'll see that it says share. And when you click this, you can either send this to your teacher specifically by clicking specific people or groups, and then it asks for their email address right here, or you can click anyone with a link, and then here is a link to share right here. You can click this and copy the link. And you could paste that in an email or in your Microsoft OneNote notebook. You can turn it into your assignments in Microsoft Teams. You can send it any way you like. And you can even embed this sway into another sway. So maybe you're working in a group project, and within the project, it might be on the American Revolution. And within your group, you have different people creating a sway for different parts leading up to the American Revolution, different battles, what occurred as a result after the revolution, and they could each create their own sway and then embed it within the larger sway. So very cool, lots of things that we can do with this product. I encourage you to check it out instead of going with that same old boring PowerPoint. And when you're ready, you can go back and edit and add more to excite your audience. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a great day.